Good morning. It's a beautiful day. It rained in the night, but it's now blue sky and sunny. It's January, so it's cold, but it's a beautiful day. Now behind me over there, you can't quite see it, but that is Stonehenge over there. Very close to the van. You could throw a cricket ball and probably hit it. So we're going to go out of the van with little Cassie here and go and have a look at Stonehenge. Okay, here we are at Stonehenge. Now, if you drive along the main road where you can see the stones, you can actually park up on the Drove, which is a private road that runs alongside Stonehenge. And you can bring a camper van or a car and just stay on the Drove right next to the stones for free. And also there's a pathway that runs right alongside the stones. Can't go up to the stones like the people that are paying through the visitor centre, but it's pretty close considering that the pathway here is free. Now in 2011, the Stonehenge Visitor Centre turned over £30 million over a 5-year period, and that was in 2011. It's now 2026, so imagine the multiple millions of pounds that the visitor centre has turned over for something that was thrown up thousands of years ago. Now, in my view, that's wrong. Again, it's capitalist society cashing in on nature. Now, the other thing is they put on their website that it's for the protection of the stones, the conservation, etc. Now what are they going to do? Go to B&Q and buy some polyfiller and fill a few cracks for £30 million? No. Stop the odd knobhead that comes in with a spray can? Well, that didn't work the other day. I mean, you can hop over this fence at night time and do what you like. So really, it's just a big racket, like most things in life. But anyway, there you go. Some stones thrown up many, many thousands of years ago, supposedly. For what reason? Now it's said that it's a pagan ritual site. It's to do with the stars and the moon and the equinox. But it could be. Wilma Flintstone. Wilma said, "Fred, look, this house you built out of sticks, a bit drafty, not very secure, not very, strong. Could you do something?" So Fred went overboard, maybe. They didn't have plasterboard back in the day, or bricks. So, he chucked up a few stones, maybe put a roof on it, and that's where they lived. Thousands of years later, things moved on a bit, no one wanted it, so it stayed there. That could be the case, or something like that, or could be what they say. Who knows? Don't come to me for advice about monuments. see in the distance over there a lot of vans and camper vans which go along all the way on a road, a private road called the Drove. And some kind soul, whoever it is, or souls, allow camper vans to be parked here. The powers that be probably do not like it, but it's a fantastic place, and I will be coming back here again, I think, for sure. Cassie's in the distance over there, look, in the field, running around like a crazy. There's a road down there. Cassie! Okay, we've walked away from Stonehenge over there to come up to these mounds behind me. I'm not too sure what those are. So, we're gonna walk backwards and step in sheep poo because the sun, there you go, I don't know. The sun's behind me, so the camera's not doing very good. Yeah, there's some mounds behind me up there, look. I'm not sure what that's about, so we're going to go and check it out. Doesn't appear to be any information boards. £30 million information boards. Doesn't seem to be one to say what this is. I'm not sure what it is. Ah, there you go. There's a small little £30 million worth sign over there. Let's go and have a look at it. Beautiful but freezing cold January day. Right, National Trust, what does it say? Help ensure the survival of the archaeology at the Stonehenge for another 6,000 years. Wow, they want to keep going for another 6,000 years. Divide that by 5, times it by 30 million. Jeez. To assist in erosion control, access to these barrows is currently closed. Yeah, but what is it? It's a hill with a kind of a moat around it. What was it? What's a barrow? I will look these things up. What way can I take it? Maybe it's Fred's next adventure in building. He thought, let's make a earth house. So instead of digging down, dug dirt out of the moat, so called, chucked it in the middle, hollowed it out and got inside. Is there any evidence of a cave inside? Don't know. I think a barrow is a burial type of thing, maybe. Seems a bit excessive, but then look at the pyramids. Come on, Dumbo. Look at those floppy ears. Little waggy bum. There we go, we've got another two over here, look. But I think I just spied a information board. So let's go and look at the information board. That's another closed sign. There's a board, I think, over there. Or a very lopsided bench. Let's go and have a look. Why would they put the information board here? Why not put it at the entrance? This is at the end. Anyway, here we are. Cursus Barrows. The grassy round mounds in front of you are Bronze Age burial mounds. This group takes its name from the gigantic Stonehenge cursus, the banks and ditches of which run just a few metres behind where you are standing. The cursus was more than 1,000 years old by the time the first people were buried beneath these mounds. So it could be 980 or 872. These people just make this stuff up. But their position suggests it still held some significance for the builders. The earliest barrow in this group contained a burial accompanied by a type of decorated pot known as a beaker. The individuals buried with beaker pots would have been among the first people in Britain to use metal. How do you know that for sure? In the 1723, the antiquary. Christ, it's only when you start to read things you realise you can't pronounce things, or at least I can't. In 1723, the antiquary William Stukeley opened 2 barrows within the small group in front of you. He found a cremation accompanied by a bone pit, amber and glass beads, and the remains of a type of early Bronze Age pottery known today as a collared urn. Before Stone Age, 3,600 through 3,300 BC, Stonehenge stones was 2,500 BC before Christ. How do you know? Could be 2,300. After Stonehenge was built, Cursus Barrows, 2,300 to 1,600 BC. That's a big time lapse there. Cassie's on top of the barrows there, disrespecting the burial. So it's not a Flintstone building upgrade, it's a burial mound. Got to question these things, haven't you? You've got to question it. Can't believe what you're told. I don't believe what I'm told. Sometimes you've got to use your common sense and work these things out. But a historian or someone who knows about these types of things would probably say, John, you're a blithering idiot spewing out a load of garbage. However, any human being that can confidently say that they know exactly what happened thousands of years ago, when they can't even tell what happened last week half the time, it's just making things up. Making things up in the best way they can, but still making things up, along with dates and assumptions. However, interesting place. Okay, we're back in the van. Aren't we, Cassie? Yes, we are. And Cassie was covered in mud when we got back. It's nice and toasty and warm in here with the heater on. But yeah, she was covered in mud and my boots were covered in mud, so we've had to use it was on half full, the tank of water, and we've used a quarter of a tank just to clean this little monster and to clean my boots. That's one thing with camper vans, is that you are limited with what water you have. I think there's 55, not gallons, 55 litres of water, which is about 12 gallons of water in the tank underneath the van. And we're down to a quarter of tank left. So one of our missions today will be to find water. Anyway, thank you for watching. Most of what I said is in humour. However, you can't believe what you're told. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.